Hey, what up? What up? We are back again. So today we're gonna do a ranking today. So first off, RIP to the great legend Carl Weathers. So today we're going to rank the Predator films. So I recently did a review on Prey. So obviously, check that video out. You know how I feel about that movie. So we're gonna rank the five Predator films, and my ranking. This is my opinion of how I feel about the Predator movies. Like I love the movies. I'm always gonna watch a Predator movie when they come out, and let's take a look at it. So I will say this disclaimer: I'm not counting the Alien versus Predator movies. We're gonna keep those separate. So this is strictly the Predator movies. So let's get it going. So my number five on the list would be the Predator. This was probably outside of Prey. This was probably the most recent one that's come out in 2018. The Predator was okay. Um, they tried to do some things that was different and created the super predator that was hunting one of the regular predators and all of that. And it was cool. It was cool. It had its moments where it was okay. But there wasn't the cast wasn't um, didn't feel just like a cast that I was overly rooting for. The hero, he was okay, he was okay, but it didn't give me that Predator feel. So this one is definitely number five. Number four would be, see, it gets tough up in here because all four of these top films I really enjoyed. So number four would be Predators. Um, I thought this one was very clever to take humans from Earth and put them on this planet where the predators were kind of hunting different game. So there were different types of alien species on the planet along with the humans. So you take a bunch of quote unquote bad guys and put them in this jungle, and they're being hunted by the predators. It was three different predators at the time. And I thought it was cool, man. It had a lot of controversy when they casted uh, Adrian Brody as the lead because he didn't look like Arnold or even Danny Glover to that extent. So they were kind of expecting someone like John Cena at the time. I remember reading, and Adrian Brody, he was a um, more of an award-winning actor, and it was definitely a different choice. I can't remember how I felt at that point in time, but I was all in, and I think from what I remember reading, Adrian put on about 20, 30, 40 pounds of muscle. He was still kind of lanky and tall, but kind of cut up. And I thought he had one of the better fight scenes with the Predator. I thought his fight scene was clever the way that it was done. I mean, obviously he couldn't match the physicality. I mean, I don't think nobody can. So he used his speed. He used different traps to kind of fight against the predator at the end. And I enjoyed Predators. I thought there were some cool twists and turns in there as far as the human element of it, the bad guys, and yeah, no, that was a very enjoyable film. Um, so coming in at number three, and this one was tough. This was real tough, but I'm gonna go with Predator 2. Um, I know Predator 2 gets a lot of hate coming after Predator 1, and you got the whole change of scenery to Los Angeles, and you had the Predator in the city. I thought it was cool, man. Like I thought it was brutal. I thought Danny Glover, um, at that point, obviously he was, coming off the Lethal Weapon films, and you wouldn't think Danny Glover as a straight action hero, but he was formidable. He did a great job with what he was given to work with, and his fight with the Predator at the end was very good. Like it was a chase. It started at a certain place, and then they chased all the way down, and now he was solid, man. Like Predator 2 is, I'll still watch that one to this day. So I'm gonna put it third just because of how much respect I have for these other two, but I would watch Predator one and two and Prey all day long. So moving forward, my number two film is Prey. the time period, the setting, how it looked was beautiful. The predator in that one, the feral predator, was vicious, and it was just very well done. And I think placing the predator in different time periods gives it a refreshing look. And I think I mentioned this before in the Prey video. I would love to see the predator set in like the samurai times. You know, that would be a tremendous challenge. I know the predators, they like the challenges and they like to evolve their hunting skills. Put them in a samurai setting and let's see what happens. But Prey was very well done. Prey was very well done. And I hope we get to see more of it. I wouldn't want to see a direct sequel to Prey. I think you've told that story, but I think, you know, if you fast forward a couple centuries and, like I said, go in the samurai direction, I think that'd be dope. So Prey would be my number 2 film in this franchise. And number 1, of course, is the classic Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger and team and Carl Weathers. A lot of heavy hitters in that one. And I think Arnold, you know, I think Arnold is 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", somewhere around there. And his physical stature and what we had seen of him before all the films he had done, Conan, Terminator, all that stuff, before he had got to the Predator. And for him to be put in a situation where you have a 7-foot tall Predator that is physically dominating over Arnold was like, wow. And that fight scene at the end is nuts because Arnold doesn't stand a chance. You know, obviously, you know, he puts up his best effort, but that was a tremendous fight scene and a great way to tell the story. Because at a point you can't out physical the Predator, and I think that's proven in all of the films. You have to be able to kind of take a step back and use your wits and kind of outsmart it as best you can. I mean, these aliens are very, very smart. So you have to kind of take your wit to a different level, and to take away Arnold's physicality was a bold choice. Like, you have this fight scene and then it just goes completely left because Arnold doesn't stand a chance. And, you know, to get to the conclusion that we got to, I think for me, really just puts this film at the top, because Arnold against this Predator and matching wits and the physicality of it, it just all comes together. And before we even get to that, how the Predator's kind of picking off this elite team throughout the film, like there's some heavy hitters in there and he's kind of picking them off one by one. Great film. So Predator 1 would be my top film. Number 2 would be Prey. Number 3 would be Predator 2. Number 4 would be Predators, and number 5 would be the Predator. But I'm here. I'm all in on the Predator. Anytime they want to come with more of those movies, I'll be right there to watch them. Love them. I would love to someday, you know, do a Predator movie. That would be great, you know, to be able to experience that. But love the Predator franchise. Love the design of the Predator and everything that's with it. And anytime they release one, I'm going to be all in on it. So that's my ranking. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love to hear your comments and what you think, you know, some of your favorite parts of this franchise. Let me know. I'll always respond to every comment. Just drop me a follow, drop me a like, and let's talk about it.